in the hurt locker here, or she's got a mechanical problem, because you see the laboured way in which she's riding, also the big gear that she's trying to push over these cobbles. She's gone from looking extremely smooth and fluid, and you can see the way she's grinding that gear, and I think one of the batteries potentially from the SRAM setup has come off and she's unable to change gear here.
She can't change gear. Sector 4, Carrefour de l'Arbre, 2.1 kilometers in length. Ellen van Dijk leads onto there. This is the biggest group we have seen, or the best group we've seen so far, 28 kilometers an hour. Georgie is just behind. Kopecky is looking for somewhere to attack. Samo is being distanced. She cannot stay on the back of this fast-moving group. And Georgie might help her out a little bit here.
But I think this is actually going to play into the hands of Georgie, because Georgie up ahead can see Elisa Balsamo, a rider who's had 4 extremely big victories this year alone, already being tailed off, and she's thinking, I'm making some inroads here. And so psychologically for Georgie,
the race has changed.
The race has changed. She's going to pass now. If she can get through this little technical sector.
We've still got 970 metres to go to the end of Carrefour de l'Arbre, the famous left-hand turn with a puddle on the left-hand side. And now Balsamo needs to try and hang on. She's in the middle of the gears, so she's looking like the gears are working. But there's something not quite right here on this race for Elisa Balsamo. Either it's fatigue, or it's a mechanical, or she's just cracking and she just can't stay with the pressure of her teammate Ellen van Dijk. As Marianne Vos makes a move. Big move by Vos on the left. She does not want any more riders back in this race, and Van Dijk is also finding it hard.
Van Dijk just tried to get into the line. That's putting Amber Crack out of the frame here, and Crack has realised that she was starting to lose a little bit of ground. She went round Van Dijk and made sure she could get onto the wheel of the world champion Kopecky. And meanwhile,
Pfeiffer Georgie's getting pretty annoyed with the Italian. She's saying to Balsamo, just give me a turn, do some work. There's got to be a reason we get across here, because the race is literally 12 seconds ahead of us. You help me out, you come across, you've got a chance of winning. And finally, Balsamo does some work in that duo to try and help Pfeiffer Georgie out. 6 riders, 11.4 kilometers to go. Marianne Vos, Lotte Kopecky, Elisa Bal, and another big attack from Ellen van Dijk. Another move from the Lidl Trek rider, which again is unusual because she knows Balsamo is suffering terribly and has only just got back on, and immediately Van Dijk attacks. Onto the wheel goes Vos, Kopecky, Amber Crack, and chasers behind this group of 6. Is it going to come back together? Is this going to be the group that's going to sprint for the win in this Roubaix velodrome in 6.4 kilometers time? There's one more sector, and that sector is just outside Roubaix, and it's a short one, and it is 300 meters. That's all they've got left. So now it's a road race. It's not anymore about the cobbles. It's about tactics, awareness, who's still got the strength in the legs. And as we've heard so many riders say before, when you come onto the velodrome, you can feel very, very different to what you thought you felt like 2 or 3 kilometers before. The cars are Lotte Kopecky, the world champion. Marianne Vos, former world champion. Elisa Balsamo, former world champion. Ellen van Dijk, former world time trial champion. Pfeiffer Georgie, British champion. Amber Crack is the unknown in this little group, but she's won a race this year, and the crowd get on their feet as Ellen van Dijk now gets set to try and give Elisa Balsamo the win in Paris-Roubaix Femmes avec Zwift, because they've won it twice, Lidl Trek, and they're looking to do it again. 1 lap of racing to go.
Amber Crack just trying to come round on the right-hand side over the top of these riders. Now Pfeiffer Georgie takes a look over her right-hand shoulder, and it's all keeping together. But Kopecky is slightly boxed in here. She's trying to find a way out, and she's not going to be able to find a way. She's going to have to come the long way round, and And can she get herself out of this position?
Let's see how it's going to go. Fight for Georgie is on the front. Big move of Balsamo. Kopecky is in a box. Balsamo makes a move. Marianne Vos, Elisa Balsamo. Kopecky comes flying around the outside. Marianne Vos is in the inside. Kopecky is desperately trying to get there. Is it going to be a world champion win? It's going to be Rainbow Bands world champion Lotte Kopecky.